But as ICE continued a lawful federal operation, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey did not call for calm or cooperation. He turned his fire on federal law enforcement.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Joining us now with reaction is Texas Congressman Randy Weber. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Allison. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay, in plain terms, tell our audience what you personally see unfolding right now.
Well, that's a great question, Allison, and I'll back up just a little bit. We're seeing this. You saw this in New Orleans, where vehicles and other places where vehicles are being used as weapons of mass destruction. And apparently, you've got some individuals who decided that they can go toward law enforcement officers within their vehicle. And the law enforcement officers are there by the order of the president, obviously, the direction of the president, doing their job. Look, you don't put your vehicle in reverse, Allison, and then all of a sudden put it forward and drive toward one of our officers. Bad things are going to happen when you try to run over our great, first responders, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Congressman, you are from a border state. I grew up there in Southeast Texas, very aware of what happens there. Does this incident validate the Trump administration's hard line on immigration enforcement?
Well, I wouldn't say that it validates it, but I would say that we've got some fantastic, my beautiful bride of almost 50 years next November taught fourth grade 27 years. We don't pay our teachers and we don't pay our law enforcement officials near enough. We'll pay, people who play professional football or sport or entertainers. I use the word professional loosely, lots of money. These guys are going out there and putting their women are putting their lives on the line. I think that this is something that needed to be done. Trump has, I forget how many people, the latest quote is, what is there, 10 million come in under, I call him President O. Biden because I think he was O. Biden's, third term. How many illegals have come across? How many Americans have died from fentanyl deaths? Over 100,000. And so President Trump is doing what he said he would do, secure the border. He's now going into the country, making sure that anybody that's here illegal needs to go back where they came from. And people have to understand that that's what's happening here. And people who want to run over our great law enforcement officials, they need to be held, not killed necessarily, obviously. Sad thing, what happened to her. But you can't tolerate this and just brush it aside like, like it's just another day in Minneapolis or Minnesota. People have got to do better than that.
Congressman, did it surprise you how quickly Jacob Frey and Tim Walz came out and started speaking? First of all, Frey lashing out, and then Walz standing up there and saying in so many words that it's your patriotic duty to protest. I was blown away by that.
Well, of course, we would all say, yes, sure, you can have a peaceful protest. And yes, they came out very quickly. And the reason is Trump's in office, and they have Trump unqualified repugnant derangement syndrome, I call it, do those initials. And I wasn't surprised they came out that quick. Of course, I'm glad Walz is not going to run for, governor. But those kinds of things don't surprise me at all. Trump's on the right track in so many fashions. Doing away with the drug trafficking, doing away with illegals, doing away with people who are here that mean us harm. But to have somebody here that is born and raised here, I suspect she was, and then they try to run over a police officer, that's unconscionable. And, we don't want anybody to get hurt like that, but she should have known better.
Absolutely. Well, Congressman Randy Weber, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We sincerely appreciate it.